Shalom, family. This is Grammy Yah. I am about to barbecue some chicken, but guess what? I'm going to can it. Yeah, there's been a couple of people who mentioned they would like to see me barbecue chicken legs. Okay, so I have some chicken legs here. You guys, you're not going to believe the price. These were 88 cents a pound. This pack right here was $3.38. Yes. And those are the legs. And I'm also going to can some chicken thighs. Same price. 88 cents a pound. This is $3.25. And I have a couple of more packs in the sink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my chicken all washed up, defeathered, and I'll bring you back because we got 2 different types of barbecue sauce to put on our chicken, okay? All right, family, I have my chicken all clean, the thighs and the legs, okay? So let me just read something real quick about barbecue sauce. Most barbecue sauce have the cornstarch in it. And so I'm gonna read it to you because I can't remember everything that it say. I'm 58 years old, so my memory is not that good. Okay, when you're using barbecue sauce, you can always make your own barbecue sauce to not have the cornstarch in it. But I found some barbecue sauce that doesn't have the cornstarch in it. So I'll leave the link to that, and I have another one that doesn't have the cornstarch. But the National Center for Home Food Preservation, they said thickenings like cornstarch can clump your canning to make it interfere with the heat being able to reach throughout your jar. Without the heat penetrating throughout the jar, yeast, mold, and other harmful bacteria can form. So I just want to let you know that I have 2 barbecue sauce by Jim Dean. I'll leave it in the description box that we're going to be working with, and they have no cornstarch, okay? So also, let me tell you another thing. Okay, first I'm going to be working with chicken legs. Okay, so for me to imitate barbecue chicken like on a grill, you don't have to do this. I did it because it was in my head. What I did was I took some chicken legs and I put them in the oven on broil, okay, for 10 minutes. It may be a little longer or a little short for you as far as your oven. You know, different ovens have, different elements, whatever. So what I did was I took about 10 legs and I broiled them so it can have that burnt look like when you cook on a barbecue grill, okay? This is just an extra step. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do anything but drop your chicken in the jar, okay? So I just want to come with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this grease off and I'll bring you back. I just want to let you know that I will be canning my legs today in quart-size jars. And let me tell you a little bit about your chicken. When you're cleaning your chicken, do not remove all the fat. You're going to need that fat because it's going to have to make its own juice because we don't add any water, any broth, anything in our chicken. So I'm just letting you know, when you clean your chicken, do not remove all of the fat. Okay, so I have my bowl here, and these are my little pre-broiled legs. And like I said, my barbecue sauce is by Jim Beam, and I tasted it, and it tastes so good. And this one is called Smoky Barrel. It got a little kick to it, but I figured once it get in the canning jar and the juices get in it, it'll take away some of the bite. So you can always add extra bite to it if you like. Okay? So only thing we need today is a debubbler, jar lifter, and your vinegar. Okay? And I have so much chicken, I think I will be using 2 canners today. But that's okay. All right, so just take the barbecue sauce and just make sure your chicken got enough barbecue sauce on it, okay? If you want to, you can use your hands, because guess what? It's your chicken, okay? So here we go. I think I have enough barbecue sauce on it. And so what I'm going to do is that's good. What I'm going to do is take my jar and isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And doesn't that look like it came off the grill? Okay, you know, if you got one of those ovens where you can have those grill lines, you can put those grill lines on it just for you know, beauty's sake. So here we go. So usually about 5 legs can fit in a quart-sized jar, but it depends on the size too. So when you put it in the jar, you put the fat part down. You can turn it to the side. Put the skinny part down. The fat part down. These are pretty big legs. The skinny part down. So in this particular jar, it looked like I can only get 4 in here, because these are some nice size thighs. So I know I'm going legs. I meant. So I know I'm going to have to use another canner. So here we go. And I didn't even use half of the barbecue sauce. There's still plenty of barbecue sauce in here. So let's go again. Fat side down. Little side down. Fat side down. Yeah, these are huge. Little side down. I can't get no more in there. All right, this is so messy, you guys. You're going to have to use a cloth first. And then you go back over it with your vinegar. Okay? And just clean the rims off, because this is chicken, y'all. Chicken is greasy. All right. I still have barbecue sauce left, and I still have about a half a container of barbecue sauce. Now, these are the ones just were washed. They're not seasoning. I didn't do anything but clean them. I'm going to throw them in here. I'm going to add the rest of the barbecue sauce. Yes. Where's my spoon? Oh, there it is. And I'm going to stir this up so each piece can get some of this delicious barbecue sauce on it. Okay? Yes, just make sure barbecue sauce get on every piece. I just want to let you know that my barbecue sauce is room temperature. My chicken is room temperature. My jars are room temperature. And my canner water is going to be room temperature. This is called raw pack, you guys. Okay? All right. So I'm going to do 2 jars for you. Excuse me. These are some nice size legs, okay? Same concept. Fat down, little part down. Fat down, little part. There you go. I might can squeeze another one in here. Like I said, sometimes you can get 5. Yeah. So I did get 5 in this one, you guys. And you have to remember, even if you can get 5 in here, we still have to remember to leave that 1-inch headspace. I am not going to bore you guys. I am just going to fill this one up, and then I will bring you back when I start my other one. See, look, there's a big spot right there. So I'm going to see if I can find a small one to get down there. Ooh, to get in that spot. Sometimes you have to rearrange it. Because I think I can get 5 in here. No, it still wind up being 4, I believe. Well, I don't have any open spots, so I'm going to finish getting these all nice and coated with the barbecue sauce, family. And I'll bring you back. I wanted to bring you back because I ran into a situation. I wound up with 2 legs in this jar. So what I did was, because I'm doing thighs, I'm just going to drop 2 thighs down in my jar. That is it. Okay? So just, if you don't have enough to fill your jar and you're doing another meat, just throw it in there. I just want to bring that, and so you guys can see that you can mix your chicken parts together. All right, family, I am working with my thighs now. These are some big thighs. So the barbecue sauce that I'm putting on the thighs are called maple bourbon. That sounds delicious. Ooh. And I got to taste this. Oh, that tastes divine. That is more of a sweet barbecue because of the maple. And so what I'm going to do is, I already have 8 jars back here, so I already know I got to pull out my other canner. Okay, but that's quite all right. So we're going to get this barbecue sauce all stirred up in here. So I was able to use this whole one for the chicken legs, the Smoky Barrel. And now I'm working on the maple bourbon, okay? And I like thighs because they just drop right down in the jar. You don't have to force it or anything. See, the barbecue sauce all on it, and just drop your thighs. These are some huge thighs. Some people take out the bone. I don't take out the bone because guess what? They gonna fall off the bone when you start eating them. There we go. 1-inch headspace. I'm gonna do another one. And I still have some thighs over draining in my sink. Usually I can get 4 thighs, but these thighs are huge. See, can I get a smaller one? Nope. That's not gonna fit. Wow, these things are huge. Okay, here's a smaller one. I'm gonna let that one get some barbecue sauce on it. Yes. Because I want to at least try to get 4 of them in here, but nope. All right, well, it looked like it's going to be 3 because they are huge. So now I'm going to finish getting my barbecue sauce on all my thighs, you guys. Get all my jars cleaned up with the lids on it, fingertip tight. I'll bring you back when I'm throwing them in the canners. Okay, finally, I got all my jars debubbled and wiped down. Lids and rings are on and nice and clean. Okay, so these are the thighs. See, the thighs make more water or more juice, so that's why I had to debubble the thighs. So I wound up with 13 jars. So I had to pull out the second canner. And see, when I was telling you about the legs, they don't need to be debubbled because there's nothing in there but just that barbecue sauce. All right. And when you're dealing with chicken, make sure your chicken is thawed out completely. Because if your chicken is not thawed out completely, you run the risk of having your jars to break. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 7 here. I have 6 here. Alrighty, I'm going to get ready to put my lid on. But before I put my lid on, vinegar. About 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Throw that into your canner. That will keep your jars from being cloudy. So you don't want to have to scrub that stuff off, especially when you have hard water like me. So now, here's my top. Check your top. See this vent pipe right here? You should be able to look straight through it without anything in it. Straight through it. See the other side. Make sure your weight, your gauge is on there tightly. Make sure your rubber seal is good. It's not dried out or it's snug up in there. And sometimes this little button right here, this is very important. Sometimes your canner will not come up to pressure if this is not tightened. So what you're going to have to do, if you have a Presto 23 quart, you're going to have to hold this button and turn this. If it's tight, you're good. Alrighty, so just want to let you know that about the Presto 23 quart, okay? So I'm going to get my top on. Alrighty, my top is on. I close it in place. Now, here's very important part. I am going to turn my heat on high, okay? I'm going to turn my heat on high. I'm going to turn this to you. See this vent pipe right here? This vent pipe has to shoot steam for 10 minutes steady. Once you see it start shooting steam for 10 minutes steady, you have to put your weight regulator on. But I'll bring you back. This vent pipe been shooting steam for 10 minutes. I'm going to put my weight regulator on it. And when I put my weight regulator on it, my button popped up. And by this button popping up, that means now my canner is locked. Now I have to wait for this to come to 10 pounds of pressure for my elevation or my altitude. I need for it to come up to 10, okay? And once it comes up to 10, I'll bring you back. But with the Presto 23 quart canner, it usually takes between 8 to 9 minutes to come up to pressure. All right, family, I have reached my 10 pounds of pressure. I will set my timer for 90 minutes because I am working with quart-sized jars and they have meat in them. Turn my heat back just a tad. As long as my canner stays between 10 and 11, I am good. If you're new, do not go far away from your canner because you will have to adjust your heat until you find your sweet spot. And if you don't know your elevation, you can always Google it. I have 2 23 quart canners going on at one time. But my camera cut off, you guys, when I was debubbling the chicken thighs. So if you have a lot of juice in your chicken thighs, please debubble it. My legs did not have any extra juice, so I didn't have to debubble that. Just want to let you know. Okay, family, my canner has come down from pressure. It's been sitting here about 10 minutes. Take off my weight regulator, unlock it, and I am going to let some steam out. Always let steam out away from you. Always away from you. Put it back down, okay? Because this canner got a lot of steam in it, so you want that burst of steam to get out of there first. Now, I'm going to lift this top away from me, and I'm going to go straight to the sink. Oh my goodness, y'all. This chicken smells so delicious. Here we go. Look at that. Look at those chicken legs. That's the bourbon one. And these are the thighs. That's the maple. Oh, yes. All right, family, I've removed all my jars out of the canner. Let me show you the difference between legs and thighs. These are the legs. You see how much juice it made on its own? And let me show you the thighs. The thighs is all the way up to the top. Yes. So it's different variations. That's why I was telling you to don't get rid of all your fat off of your chicken, because you're going to need it, because it makes its own juice. Okay. So you guys, I just want to thank you for allowing me to show you how to can or entertain you. And I just appreciate you guys coming to my channel. And if you have subscribed, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't, what are you waiting on? Family, I just like for you to hit like and share my videos to whomever that you think that could benefit from it. And I really do this for you guys. Of course I do it for myself, but I do it for you guys because there's a lot of people out here that wants to learn how to can and is afraid of canning. And if I can just help one person, I'm honored. Okay. I love you guys. Y'all know I do. But guess what? I love the Most High more. Shalom.